All right, welcome to another video. I recently received a comment from someone that wanted me to go over my skill tree, how I choose my skill points throughout the season. I will say that I do switch it up a few times. I do use some resets. Generally, I like to um, start off the season going into full striker just to get it as high as I can because I'm attacking temples. Now, if I am lucky enough to find someone that either doesn't care about troop loss, is dropping leagues, or and just wants the chest, like getting up to level 50, just getting the chest and going inactive for the season, dropping leagues, anything like that, maybe they're just a bad player and they're going to suicide into my temple. I will then probably not swap my striker, but I will then put points into guard. Now I'm already running 200% guard, above 200% with my Templars. I will say for this league, my Templars are extremely good. Mine not, mine are literally non-existent because I just got up to plat. I can only just buy them. But my clan's Templars are extremely good for plat. So it is very important and it increases your success greatly if you're in the best clan you can possibly be in. I always say like go for the best Templars. Like fuck friendships. Like if you have a friend in a clan, try to get him to your other clan. Otherwise, just leave him. Like Templars are everything. Um, so definitely want to be in a good clan with Templars. So as I start off, I don't put any points in Rusher because I'm not trying to take cities. I'm trying to take temples. And if people snipe me, if people wall me, I do not care. I'm purely just trying to level up early season, first 1, 2 days. So I will go full striker. Once I take a temple that someone is going to try to retake and they're very aggro about it, sending multiple attacks, just straight suiciding into me, I will then generally not like reset my skills. I'll then just put points into guard. So maybe I'm up to like 15, someone starts attacking me a lot, then I'll just go full guard. Every time I level up, I'll put it into guard and put it into guard again. I will not put any salve. Currently running 102. That's all right for me. I mostly am just trying to get experience to level up. I do not care about gold as much. This is based on my stats. So if you're running different stats, your strategy throughout the game can greatly vary. And everyone has different strategies. So my strategy doesn't work for everyone, you know. But that's what I do early season. Now, after I find an area that I like to keep, I like the position, I like the cities around it, whatever it may be, defensive position, I then generally will swap my skill set and I will just try to get both to 200. Now, the reason mine are above 200 is because when my clan came up from gold, we swapped out players for people with better Templars. Um, and so that's why they boosted up a lot. And so the points I had in, I don't really want to reset. I could squeeze out 1 from that and 3 from that. That's just 4 skill points to put into Rusher, so that'd only be another 20%. So that's not really worth it for me. So I just like to get around the same Guardian and Striker. It just simplifies things in my mind. Whether I'm retaking a temple, I'm not really going to play temple games mid to late season. Whether I'm retaking a temple or defending, it doesn't matter to me in my mind because I'm thinking whether it's whether I'm attacking or defending, it's around the same. I realize based on the other person's skill set, that's not really how it works, but it's close enough to how it works for me that it just works out. And then because I'm in plat, I'm going to diamond. Very easily going to be able to get there. I'm not really going to stay in diamond, but I'm going to get there at least for the gems. Then I'll drop back down probably. Um, I am encountering more people with higher speed, sending 100 mil under 20 seconds. And I want to match that speed or at least get to a speed where I can wall them, like boost and wall. I do not like prediction walling. It's too risky for me. I will do it um, dependent on scenario or if it's like fairly easy to predict. But um, so once I get them to around the same, I go, you have to put 10 into recruiter to unlock it, and then I just go full rusher. Now, of course, my clan's giving me 200% right there, 204. My points themselves are only 170, so it literally doubles my points just being in a clan. So that's extremely important again. And then I just put 26 points, so I got another 130% uh, speed right now, and I'm just going to keep doing that till the end of the season. Now, situational, if I do encounter a player that has a solid striker or simply just way more troops than me, and I either honestly am annoyed by them or I just want to hurt them, then I may swap to guard. I almost never swap into full striker, um, but I may swap into guard, rusher, hybrid. So these 30 points here, I'd swap over to guardian. And because it gives 3%, that's another 90% guard. So I'd be running 300% guard. So that's pretty solid guard for this league. Then I'd still want to run around the same speed. I might even drop it down to 450 and just put those points into Guardian instead and just try to get that experience and gold from that more powerful player. The reason I'm not going to go full guard is because I don't want to limit my capabilities of getting to an area to wall someone. That's extremely important to me because I don't want to, especially if I go in full guard and I'm not making it to the wall in time, so my attack line's after them. I'm not in striker anymore, so I'm losing way more troops. They're gaining more experience, more gold from me, and I'm hurting myself in the long run. So I want to make sure I can get there in time. So that's why I always have points in rusher, unless it's very earlier season, like I said. I'm just going full striker. Now, of course, if you don't have full fearless or brave, you want to get that maxed out. But right now, this is what I'm running. Just want to try to even out my skills. It makes it in striker and guard, makes it simple. Um, Let me preface some things that you may not want to put skill points into. And also a mistake you can make. So when you're making your skill points, first of all, or like distributing your skill points, I should say, you want to make sure that your gear is equipped. Now, if you don't have Weapon Master, this is important. If you do not have Weapon Master, then it only displays what is equipped. So you would go into your skills, or not skills, your items, and you go into, you'd have to tap on your defense gear to equip your defense gear and see what you have before going into your skill tree if you want to like get it to a certain point, like 200%. And then you have to go to your striker gear. Maybe even you have to take a note and calculate, But with uh, Weapon Master, it just auto equips, so it just shows you what you'd have with your striker equipped, shows you what you have with your guard equipped. Another thing is you want to make sure you have that temple. Late season, your clan is going to hold full temples 24/7. They should. If they're not, leave your clan, find another one. So they should be holding full temples. So you want to make sure that they're holding a temple when you're distributing your skill points, so you know how much you need or how much you don't need. Because if they're not holding a temple, there's 62% right now. I would be at 180 or like 140. Oh, no, sorry. Let's say 160. That's about right. 160% without my uh, Guardian temple right now if my clan didn't have a Guardian temple. And then I'd be putting that extra 40 points in, or not 40 points, but three, so 10, 12, roughly 12 points, 13 points. Yeah, around 13 points into guard that I don't need to do. So you want to make sure you have your Guardian items equipped. If you have Weapon Master, this doesn't matter. Have your Guardian items equipped, and you're holding that temple when you're distributing your points. Same with Striker. You have to have a Striker temple equipped, and that doesn't matter for Rusher for me because I'm just putting every point into Rusher now. But you want to make sure you have that. I would say it's not worth putting points into Cautious because it takes 10, it should take 10, yeah. It takes 10 levels of Prosperous to unlock Cautious. And then every level of Cautious only gives 1%. It's the lowest stat um, per point that you can possibly get. So just equip if you want to run Cautious, just equip your gear. And you also, when equipping gear, you can, well, let me show how I swap real quick. So I'm in full guard right now. I'll click to swap into cautious. I click autofill. I just tap on the items that are cautious gear, just the legendaries, and then one of this because it matches up. Now I could go higher cautious. I could swap this one out and this one, but look, when for this one and this, you can see the variation of the salvager. I go from 14 to 6. So although I could get an extra 6% cautious and almost max out my cautious, I'm losing um, the actually I'm losing 8% salvager. So I don't know. That might be worth it, but you want to keep track, see what if they're attacking with a super high striker and troops, then you're not going to get much from salve, so you get more from cautious. But if they're attacking with less troops, less striker, then it might be a different scenario. So same with this one. This one, of course, it's blue for a gold, so it's the disparity is quite higher. So you want to make sure that you're not swapping out stuff that would hurt you realistically. Um, when of course you're incautious, you want to pull your troops to your main because otherwise you might lose too many. But that's pretty much how I distribute my points. Of course, if you're going to be defending a lot, you can swap into Guardian, but I would still put points and speed so you can get there in time. And that's at least how I do it, but there's definitely a lot of strategies out there. Talk with your clanmates if you see them being successful, they have roughly the same gear, see what they're doing their points for. Uh, Definitely your clan matters as well, what Templars they have. Thanks for watching. Thank you for leaving that comment telling me I should do this. I was meaning to, but now I've checked off the list. Um, Leave more comments on what I should make videos of. Feel free to leave a like. Thank you. Subscribe.